When I was in school, it just seemed like we were trapped in those four walls. Everything that we needed to know, we had to have the right book to find that information. But now my children seem to know that if they have any question, they can get on a computer device and they can find a good resource to answer their questions.
They're beginning to ask questions themselves and wanting to take their learning to the next level and find additional things that they can learn about or extend their learning on.
They are being more invested into their instruction. They want to learn more. So it impacts how teachers are planning. So on a normal basis, when I started teaching, we would plan for a week on out. Now it's like we have to plan day to day because the kids bring me information and I want to supply them with more details. So every day I'm going home saying, how can I answer their questions, or how can I get them engaged in what we're doing?
We want our students to be technology literate, and so that we're teaching them appropriate means of technology as opposed to running away from it. But we want our students to be engaged, and we want them to be active participants in their learning process. And so from this, we're seeing students taking more ownership of the classroom.
One of the things that these devices are allowing the kids to do is to be able to kind of think independently and on their own, as opposed to just sitting there and memorizing facts and figures.
The one major thing that we see here is the level of engagement that boys and girls have is a lot higher. You can walk through the building every day, all day, and they're engaged in their learning. They're really beginning to show that they are taking responsibility for their learning. They're owning it.
My students are more independent and more responsible than ever before.
Research is very clear that when kids are engaged in their learning, that the behaviors will come around, and it has dramatically improved behavior because the kids are motivated to learn and they're cognitively engaged, they're behaviorally engaged. And with that, we have been able to see an 84% decrease in behavior referrals.
Because the boys and girls are so engaged, they don't have time to do anything other than, their learning and be responsible for that.
Now that he's getting more into technology, he sees that he can pretty much do anything, and my daughter is much more comfortable with technology as well. And I just feel like the kids know that the sky is the limit.
My daughter is excited to come to school every day, so that makes my husband and I very happy.
They're just excited about learning, and that's great.
They're wanting to come in every day, ready to learn. They're excited about school, they're excited about learning.